Welcome Cryptopians to Total Crypto Updates, bringing you another video for real deep dives into the crypto industry. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe to help the progress of the channel and community. I can't promise to only speak about crypto, but I can promise everything will be overstood. Let's dive into today's very dense crypto update. Bitcoin, BTC, outperformed over 100% of the 500 largest publicly listed U.S. firms in the third month of 2023, despite the financial catastrophe that has already destroyed several big banks. Bitcoin has gained 37.06% since March 10 and over 72% since the year began, outperforming 488 or 97.6% of S&P 500 businesses, including FedEx, NYSE, FTX, Apple, Nasdaq, AAPL, and Amazon, Nasdaq, AMZN. Bitcoin has surpassed FedEx's 27.2% YTD returns, Apple's 19.3%, and Amazon's 17.8%, as the table shows. Just 12 S&P 500 businesses have crossed 35% in YTD returns. The greatest digital asset by market capitalization added almost $200 billion to its market value in 2023, while 5 of the major U.S. institutions lost $100 billion as the financial sector continued to suffer fatalities. On to under-the-radar news on Monero. Riccardo Spagni, the founder of Monero, has refuted allegations that he acted as an informant for the purpose of assisting Interpol and other government authorities in tracking down cash. In August of 2021, the United States of America carried out the successful capture of Riccardo "Fluffy Pony" Spagni. After being accused of crimes that originally arose in 2009, the well-known Bitcoin personality was imprisoned when the allegations surfaced. He was allegedly trying to get away from South African authorities who suspected him of fraud. Spagni's former company, Cape Cookies, claimed that he forged invoices and committed fraud. Between October 2009 and June 2011, Fluffy Pony is said to have stolen a total of $100,000, as shown in court papers. The creator of Monero published a thread on Twitter in which he exposed this misleading story as being incorrect. His tweets read, "To be abundantly clear, a thread. At no point have I ever met with and or helped a law enforcement agency, or a government, or an individual, or a government agency, or a company, or anyone to trace Monero. I remain willing and excited to point any requester in the direction of resources like the Breaking Monero series published by the Monero community and researchers, because I can do nothing beyond that." Monero is based on very well-established cryptography. The codebase has been battle-tested over nearly a decade, with each incremental improvement reviews by screeds of contributors, and major changes even audited by reputable code/cryptography auditing groups. I have no ability to provide any government agency with anything beyond this information. I have no privileged access to Monero's code, GitHub repo, website, Twitter account, DNS records, donated funds, or anything else. At my insistence, my access to things like Monero's codebase will never be restored. It is beyond disappointing that I even have to write this thread. The accusations of a known scammer are clearly nonsensical and should not need refuting. This is Brandolini's law in action. I am grateful for all who pointed out the glaring flaws in the original thread. I am disappointed in those who amplified what was clearly nonsense. And I literally could not care less about the handful who acted with great schadenfreude and let their own biases embarrass them. Next, on to innovation on Polygon. Aavegotchi disclosed its intentions to develop its own blockchain, which would be known as GotchaChain. The network will make use of Polygon SuperNets, which is a service provided by Polygon that enables projects to develop their own application-specific chain infrastructure. They are getting ready to create GotchaChain, a blockchain that will be exclusively used for Aavegotchi transactions and will be powered by Polygon SuperNets. Every user can transact on a supernet, but only specific developers are allowed to implement contracts on these offshoots of the Polygon POS network. Supernets are permissioned offshoots. Because of our agreement, they will be able to employ Polygon's SuperNets technology to develop a blockchain that is tailored for gaming. This blockchain will have shorter wait times for transactions, cheaper gas prices, and improved scalability. To put it another way, GotchaChain will serve as the ideal launch pad for Aavegotchi-themed games and decentralized applications, dApps. On GotchaChain, the GHST token, which is Aavegotchi's version of an environmental governance token, will serve as the gas token for all transactions. We may anticipate the debut of GotchaChain as early as the third quarter of 2023. Aavegotchi is a non-fungible token (NFT) gaming technology that is held by the community and is open source. It gives players the ability to have actual asset ownership. Aavegotchi NFTs are on-chain collectible ghosts that are staked with interest-generating A tokens from the Aave ecosystem. "We are thrilled to partner with Aavegotchi to bring gaming to the next level," said Akon, head of DeFi at Polygon. Polygon's SuperNets technology will enable Aavegotchi to create a blockchain optimized for gaming, providing users with the ultimate NFT gaming experience. Also, we are excited to partner with Polygon and leverage its SuperNets technology to create a gaming blockchain that will provide a superior user experience for our community, said Jesse Johnson, COO of Pixelcraft Studios. Onto the Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, has brought charges against the cryptocurrency entrepreneur Justin Sun and three of his companies, namely Tron Foundation Limited, BitTorrent Foundation Limited, and Rainberry Incorporated, for the unregistered offer and sale of crypto asset securities Tron, TRX, and BitTorrent. Both of these cryptocurrencies are known as tokens, BTT. With this lawsuit, the following 8 celebrities have been accused for unlawfully promoting TRX and or BTT without declaring that they were rewarded for doing so and the amount of pay that they received. These charges were brought concurrently by the SEC. Lindsay Lohan, Jake Paul, DeAndre Cortez Way, Soulja Boy, Austin Mahone, Michele Mason, Kendra Lust, Miles Parks McCullum, Lil Yachty, Shaffer Smith, Neo, Aliaune Thiam, Akon. Sun allegedly conspired to manipulate TRX's secondary market trading volume, according to the commission. Sun reportedly ordered over 600,000 TRX wash transactions between two crypto asset trading platform accounts he controlled from April 2018 to February 2019. This case demonstrates again the high risk investors face when crypto asset securities are offered and sold without proper disclosure, said SEC Chair Gary Gensler. As alleged, Sun and his companies not only targeted U.S. investors in their unregistered offers and sales, generating millions in illegal proceeds at the expense of investors, but they also coordinated wash trading on an unregistered trading platform to create the misleading appearance of active trading in TRX. Sun further induced investors to purchase TRX and BTT by orchestrating a promotional campaign in which he and his celebrity promoters hid the fact that the celebrities were paid for their tweets. "While we're neutral about the technologies at issue, we're anything but neutral when it comes to investor protection," said Gerber S. Growal, director of the SEC's Division of Enforcement. As alleged in the complaint, Sun and others used an age-old playbook to mislead and harm investors by first offering securities without complying with registration and disclosure requirements and then manipulating the market for those very securities. At the same time, Sun paid celebrities with millions of social media followers to tout the unregistered offerings, while specifically directing that they not disclose their compensation. This is the very conduct that the federal securities laws were designed to protect against regardless of the labels Sun and others used. Adam B. Gottlieb and Rosenfield, John Lucas, and John Marino were the ones responsible for leading the investigation for the SEC. Paul Kim, Michael Brennan, Jorge G. Tenreiro, and David Hirsch were in charge of its supervision. The lawsuit that the SEC is involved in will be directed by Timothy Halloran and Mr. Gottlieb, with Melissa Armstrong serving as the overarching supervisor. Next we have a Wells notice that collapsed the Coinbase stock. The prominent cryptocurrency exchange Coinbase made the announcement that it has been served with a Wells notice by the United States Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, which is an indication that the governing body may pursue some kind of disciplinary action against the business. Coinbase press release states, "Today, the SEC gave Coinbase a Wells notice regarding an undefined portion of our listed digital assets, our staking service Coinbase Earn, Coinbase Prime, and Coinbase Wallet after a cursory investigation. We are prepared for this disappointing development. We are confident in the legality of our assets and services, and if needed, we welcome a legal process to provide the clarity we have been advocating for and to demonstrate that the SEC simply has not been fair or reasonable when it comes to its engagement on digital assets. Rest assured, Coinbase products and services continue to operate as usual. Today's news does not require any changes to our current products or services. Today's Wells notice does not provide a lot of information for us to respond to. The SEC staff told us they have identified potential violations of securities law, but little more. We asked the SEC specifically to identify which assets on our platforms they believe may be securities, and they declined to do so. Today's Wells notice also comes after Coinbase provided multiple proposals to the SEC about registration over the course of months, all of which the SEC ultimately refused to respond to. As we've also explained before, our staking services are not securities under any legal standard, including the Howey test, which assesses whether a product is an investment contract. We first presented our staking services to the SEC in 2019. Then twice more in 2020. We were largely met with silence. Until this investigation, we had heard no concerns at all from the SEC about our staking services. Coinbase Wallet is a technology, not an exchange or broker or centralized platform. This misunderstanding of crypto products, assets and services is another example of the need for comprehensive crypto regulation in the US that understands the technology. That will conclude today's update on trending news in the crypto world. Thank you for watching if you made it all the way through. Stay tuned, we are an active admin. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Never be afraid to voice your opinion. Tell us in the comments what you think, and give us some suggestions on what kind of content you'd like us to deep dive into. Until next time, good day, good night, and goodbye.